So let me ask you, and I ain't, trying to stir up no old stuff. We all grown up now and all that. So
Uh-huh.
what far as being banned from radio, and
Hmm.
you felt as though it was because Victor Starr, I guess let Boss Man and them team have the playing field. How did y'all even clash then? Did you take that energy from like being as though you felt as though it was like his fault? Like, how did y'all wind up? Because you gotta realize I was around this time.
Right.
Um, that it's supposed to have been a Mully man, boss man beef or whatever.
Right.
Even if it's just on wax, but you know how we talk, like,
Yeah.
yeah, they beefing or whatever. So
So,
how did that start now? I mean, like how that came about? Like, was it
man, once again, the politics was designed for you already had when you all right in Baltimore, when you have anything emerging that's new at the same time, everybody gonna be talking about it.
uh-huh.
So that was already the talks in the streets of of emerging artists, not just us, but other artists as well. And then directly, I'm hearing stuff behind the scenes about certain things that haven't played out yet. But I'm like, nah, it ain't like that. I'm thinking it's not gonna go that way. But when you start having stuff like um being banned or mysteriously your release date not go, get y'all got the same release date and it not go through,
Mm-hmm.
and then certain things coming back to you that more or less seem like sabotage, like we not like I understand the camaraderie of things, but it more or less felt um like certain people just was on a certain team saying, all right, we behind this, and we in order to make this work, we got to get rid of this. And I didn't feel like I said to even the playing field, I gotta vocalize and do something
Right. Okay.
because I felt like if I didn't, it would have been business as usual in Baltimore where they could use politics to brush a artist under the rug, get rid of them,
Uh-huh.
and nobody really know what happened.
Right.
So I said something about it. I did a record, but then that initial record that I did got, we came to peace with it, and it was like, yo, it got what I wanted. When we came to the table, we talked, and shit was squashed for a second. This is before the one y'all heard.
Okay.
It was one before that, and that's when I got Home of the Realest. I'm on the radio, and I'm thinking, okay, I accomplished what I wanted to. Actually, this is before. Actually, no. This is before I'm banned. This is before I'm banned when this happened. Something that my release date got messed up. Me and Boss was supposed to drop at the same time,
Mm-hmm.
and I was hearing talks of that something could funny like that happen, and I was thinking, no, that's not possible. It's not going to happen. But then when it happened, it made me question everything I thought that was in place. Like, damn, maybe it is some conspiracy, some conspiring against me, low key. So I reacted to what I had been hearing as far as some conspiring or conspiracy against me because it manifested in an actual act that I could see is like, damn, yo, my release date really got taken away from me 2 days before I was supposed to drop.
Damn.
I was supposed to drop around Christmas. It got taken away. So I had plans around it. Everything and I was like, okay. And now I prayed on it. I was like, all right, how do I react to this? And that's when I said, I can't just go. I can't just go away like that. I can't just let Baltimore politics get rid of me like that.
Right.
I felt like, I gotta go right at the. I gotta go right. I gotta go right at it. Right at it.
Right.
So I went right at it,
Yeah.
and everyone was shocked but at that time I was a very liked artist. I wasn't looked at like so controversial before
Troublemaker.
that. I was loved. I was liked because I rap. I stay in my lane.
Mm-hmm.
I had no reason to beef with anybody.
Right.
So-called beef with anybody. But after that, I was like, I can't. It's no way I could just sit back and watch something happen and not say anything.
Mm-hmm.
or not do anything. Because we live in a culture where you either gonna, it's like you either can take a street approach or you can take a rap approach. These are your two options. And being that, you know, most of my homies at that time are street dudes, they not really rappers.
Mm-hmm.
I had made the decision that felt I was one of the best rappers.
Right.
I took a rap approach, a rap business approach to confronting the issue and saying, look, I'm gonna confront this issue like I've seen KRS-One confront the issue he had, or like the issue I seen LL confront the issue he's had, or like any other rappers I ever seen that made the decision to rap.
Really, that's hip hop. That's how hip hop was. I mean, now it's like sliding on the ops and all this other, you know what I'm saying? You gotta live it out and all that. But that was hip hop, you know, everything you saying. Like that was battling, take your issue up on wax. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I made that decision. And then I thought it was good. And then it was like I would say 10 months after that, you know, everything's turned around. I had my opportunity to be heard on the radio 2005, #1 for like 12 weeks on the radio. And it was this event that I was supposed to go to that Boss and them camp invited me to. And I really had plans to go and everything. And I thought everything was not totally good, but peace, go to the joint. And we was by, you know, that initial joint that I did. And this is the crazy thing. Like, this what made it seem so crazy. Like, I got dressed, was up the street from the event, had just got back from Miami, was tired as a bitch. Sat on the bed, just kind of like to be like, I'm gonna take a quick little rest, and then I'm gonna head up to this event. When I wake up, it's the next morning.
Damn, so it looked like you straight, like it looked like you dissed them, like it looked like you ain't even try to come through, like to even. Okay.
But when I wake up in the morning, it's like, they say he called me a bitch at the, talking dirty to me at the event. My homeboy showed me the footage, so it was like, damn. I woke up to that in the morning, and then when I woke up to that in the morning, of course the talk was crazy. Because it was a packed venue and everybody was there. The streets was talking, the hip hop people was talking. And so now I had to think again, what is my next move?
Right.
Because on my end, you know how it is in Baltimore, how niggas want to move. They taking everything. Street niggas is taking it literal.
Yeah.
The nigga called you a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, so my next move, I knew in that next move, I was like, oh, damn. My next chess move got to be so brilliant that it has to be one of my most brilliant moves I've ever made. So I get through this career-wise. I take away the probability of death in the situation from a street perspective. It had to be the most brilliant chess move, one of the brilliant chess moves I ever made, which was that record. The way I did that record and the way it went down when Rod, Mad Flavor, he was over there at the time, and I went in there with him and Victor Starr. He ain't want to play. He called Boss on the phone. Boss was like, I answer Mully when he get a deal. Jay Claxton was the first person to play that motherfucker on the radio.
Yeah.
But when he played it, it made all the streets went from wanting a real physical altercation to feeling validated through the entertainment of hearing it.
Yeah.
So it took it from one energy to another energy.
Right.
Gotcha. Now, everybody that don't know what's going on back then, it looked like hate. But for me, it was the ultimate chess. It was one of the most brilliant chess moves I ever made.
Okay.
And I knew I knew the risk of it all, but it was with the energy of everything, all of it was risky anyway already. How do you navigate through that and emerge and still emerge victorious. It's like it's hard. Like it's like shit. All right, you got to make the perfect move. I recorded something that made history, and it made us like at that time, it connected our names. The Mullyman bar, it cemented our names, especially when he responded as just two of the pioneers that you can't say one name without the other.
Mm-hmm.
So now you can't really get rid of one without the other no more.
Right. Yeah,
That was my move. And then after that, I get banned after that. But when I get banned after that, my name is my name. The magazines are coming. So I'm still getting that love from Double XL, from Source Magazine,
yep.
from the magazine. I'm still in Show and Prove, one of the first in Show and Prove, Fader Magazine, worldwide. You know what I mean? I'm still at the Funkmaster Flex car shows, at all the mall, city to city, state to state. And that was that was part of it right there. It was chess.
Mean. Yeah.
Chess.
That's what I'm talking about. Mean.
Chess. And then at the same time, I have to have the ability to really move in your move and have a hands-off policy, knowing that your life could be in danger too. It's hard to be in Baltimore and tell people to stand back or fall back from violence while you know your life could be in jeopardy.
Yep.
So you could save, you could low key do your best to save somebody else's life and die in the process.
Yep. Off
of one person moving, but by the grace of God, look, we here, baby.
You already know. Yeah, that's
you know
that's good, man. You know, it's like you said, chess moves. It's like you move with like diplomacy. Like it's a certain way you had to move because you got your life could be on the line, your career could be on the line. It's like what type of move could I make where everything's just my career is still like this, my life is still like this, his life is still like this. I ain't really too more so what's the name about his career, but it ain't got to go where his life is like. You get what I'm saying? So you made the move that you felt.
When you think about it at that time, it was less about a personal thing between me and Boss. It was more about me confronting the business that was going on that could have been beyond Boss. It could have been beyond his knowing.
Facts.
You get what I'm saying? So for me, it was like, I mean, some of it gets take personal because you say personal stuff, but it was really at that moment of anything that was coming at me that seemed personal. I understood how it looked and why a person would feel the way they felt. And I even foresaw a day that we'd be on the track and we'd be cool beyond that. That's how strategic and prophetic the chess move was.
And that's that move, everything moved right. Cause now y'all, y'all good, real good.
Yeah, that's my guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, good. But at the time, it was like, how do I move? How do I move where I make the perfect move that one day I could be who I am right now and still be relevant and a brand ambassador and out here and not get swept under the rug and disappear into obscurity and don't become who I'm supposed to become.